Now, with regard to El Salvador, knowing we just need a draw, sometimes that can work against you because you maybe not playing as quick as you need to because there's not that urgency. But I get the sense because we're going to have what I think will be a brand new team. Well, maybe not every single position, but a lot of changes. I think that urgency will be there. And obviously playing in front of our home fans for the first time, well, in a open FIFA window, not in the January camp, will be pretty cool. So I guess I wanted to know what your guys' ideal starting 11s are for the El Salvador game, and how do you think we'll approach it? Do you think we're going to see something similar with that fluidity up top? It looks like that's where Anthony Hudson wants to go to maybe differentiate himself from the previous coach, as it were. Heath, you can go first.
Let's
go goalkeeper. You want Matt Turner or Zach Steffen in this one?
No, I'm going Matt Turner. I think
he made a very good save early on that.
I think we're going to go closer to our best 11 that we've known it to be. Maybe not that we agree it to be, but I think that you're going to see a Tim Ream come in because there is some implications to this game, and you kind of want to, I didn't get anywhere close to the right lineup for this game because I thought you just go with it. You go with your best because you need to secure it. And I remember how difficult some of those games would be. They scored early. The game was a really easy one. But so I'm actually happy they used that game to get some players minutes. But for this one, I think you're going a little bit closer to your
you call Zach Steffen in and Horvath in, and you wouldn't give them any minutes at all. I mean, I guess Horvath.
These are. I mean, I'm
just throwing that out there.
Like, in a game like this, you got Matt Turner minutes in this one. Why wouldn't you have just gone with somebody else in this one? Why would you switch that? Why would you switch that?
No. I get it. I get it.
So I'm going with him. I'm going with him in goal. Yeah.
Okay, so then Chuck, I'll come to you on the back four. For me, I'll go first. I think it's going to be Robinson, Jedi Robinson, Ream. I wonder if Miles is going to get in or start. I'll just say him just because he wasn't involved and he's a healthy scratch. And then I got Dest on the right side. Do you think that it's going to be a brand new back four? Or do you think we're going to see like a Trusty and Ream or McKenzie and Ream instead?
No, Trusty's a left center back if he's playing, and we know Tim Ream. He's the boss back there. He's the big man. So it's Anthony Robinson and Ream back in the team. Miles Robinson, I think he complements Tim Ream very well just because of how he can cover ground and cover space. And I think it'll be good to integrate him back within this back four next to Tim Ream. And then Serginho Dest is going to get his opportunity now. Joe Scally was okay. Again, I think this was probably one of his better games, and we dominated possession.
It's so hard.
We had the ball, so it's a little bit easier for an outside back.
It's so hard to really properly evaluate.
Yeah, most defending is in transition. You're poking the ball away. You're tackling it back. You're killing attacks. You're not ever set up in a way that you get beat on a 1-2 or actually he did get beat on a 1-2 on the first goal. But now that I think about it, but yeah, I agree with Charlie on that one.
Okay, so we're all on the same page with that. Yeah. Okay, then midfield, I think it's Yunus Musa, Weston McKennie, and then it's just a matter of us deciding who that third midfielder is going to be. Is it going to be Gio again? Is it going to be Brendan? Is there going to be a different option, Luca De La Torre?
I think Zendejas did enough to get a start in the El Salvador game. He came in and made a difference. He said, I want to shine, so I think we're going to see McKennie again with Yunus Musa instead of De La Torre, and we're going to see.
So who? So it's either Gio or Brendan potentially. You got other options like Senora and Mihailovic and I'm just throwing them out there because they're on the team, but I just options in this space.
Well, if you could give Reyna another go at the 10 spot,
give him 60 minutes,
and Zendejas on the right instead of Aronson.
Yeah, right. So Aronson makes
then I think Pulisic and Pepe for sure are back in the team. Or you could go Zendejas as the 10 and see what that looks like, and keep Aronson on the right, Pulisic and Pepe.
I think that's too much risk for rhythm at this point. But yeah, I would love to see that. But I'm going with Charlie's first lineup, and also wanted to get while we're on that lineup, just a thought on DK from Chuck during his minutes.
Yeah.
Got to do more.
If you can't score against Grenada, then you're out.
I'm the first person to tell you it is not easy to come into a game like this where everyone wants to score and everyone feels they can score. It's one thing that every player on the pitch wants to score and they're taking their chances. It's another one everyone thinks they can score, and they think if I score, I'm going to get my opportunity against El Salvador, and I'm going to keep getting called in from Anthony Hudson and have priority in terms of maybe first off the bench if I'm not in the 11. So it's never easy. So I want to give Daryl Dike the benefit of the doubt in that, and with that in mind. But in terms of what he showed, we all know he didn't show enough. He made a couple runs.
He didn't
get on the ball.
Pepe scored twice as well.
Yeah. I think.
If Pepe didn't score, I think DK maybe would have been in line.
He still was in a couple decent spots, and I just want to see him find ways to do more. Again, it's super easy when it's that, and it's super easy to criticize when it's that score line to say you should do more. Yes. But this is a guy that's scoring those types of goals. So I'd like to see him score those types of goals in a game like this.
And we knew coming into this the strengths of Ricardo Pepi and the strengths of Daryl Dike. And again, my point on Daryl Dike is we haven't seen him yet develop at this stage and at this level, being able to get on the ball and bring people into the game.
So now, why don't you start him and see then? It's hard, as you said, it's hard in those
because why wouldn't you start Ricardo Pepi, who's proven himself, who's hungry, who hasn't been given the keys anymore. He's been out. He didn't make the World Cup team, so it's the same boat as Daryl Dike. Yet he's scoring goals, and now PSV are interested in signing him. And so that I'm going to go with my best striker in this case, and that's Ricardo Pepi. Ricardo Pepi is a better striker at this stage right now than Daryl Dike.
Okay, that's fine. But I mean, at what point are we going to give Daryl Dike that opportunity to have a 60 minutes, start the game, work off a fresh Christian Pulisic off the start of a game? Everybody's fresh at the start of a game.
But why would he deserve that? Why does he deserve that?
Well, he's had the same run of form for his club team, or maybe even better at the current moment than Ricardo Pepi. But Pepi gets. But let's be honest, Grenada's not good, dude. So Pepi scores twice with some shit defending from Grenada. Okay, no problem. Okay. And if DK starts the game, he might score 2 in similar situations.
But this is all might.
Of course, it's all what if. It's all what if.
But Pepi is doing it. He scored 2.
Right, but then
that's the difference. Zendejas came in and he scored.
I don't know why I'm choosing violence in this particular.
I hate when my parents fight.
I don't know why you're fighting for DK like this.
Well, I'm fighting for somebody.
Not a better player than Ricardo Pepi. So
DK gave Jimmy a follow on Instagram, and now he's got
no, that's not true. Listen, he doesn't follow me on any platform. What I'm saying is, if we're asking him to be somebody he's not, but not giving him the opportunity to be that person, because we're not putting him in the best spots to potentially make that happen. Pepe's had plenty of chances, and some of them worked out and some of them didn't. And so DK gets hurt in the Gold Cup after he looked okay, and now he can't get back into the team, and now he's playing well. He's become a little bit undeniable. And then we give him some minutes at the end of a game where it's a little bit all over the place. And there's a whole bunch of subs, and then we expect him to score 3 or 2 or 1 or whatever. I get what you're saying. There's like these little things that we want to see, to Heath's point and to your point, Charlie.
Yeah.
And maybe we didn't see that, and we're seeing more of that from Ricardo Pepi, and he's probably a better link-up player and fits the mold better. He's a better piece of the puzzle. But just in terms of fairness to the player, if we're going to hold him up to this high standard, I just want to make sure that we're giving him the opportunity to live up to that standard in some capacity. That's it. I'm done. Thanks for having me, everybody.
No, my thing is you could say that for every player. You could say that for
Luka Del Toro. True.
Brent Aronson and Timo Weah, and you could go on and on and on. But at the end of the day, as a manager, Anthony Hudson has one thing that he can do, and that's play your best players. And so in certain instances, at least in this back line for Grenada, you're saying they're not really that dangerous. So I can get Joe Scally, Trusty, McKenzie, and Reynolds some game time at this level with our top attacking players, knowing that they don't really have too many threats.
Sure,
and if they suck against Grenada, guess what? They suck. They're not getting called. They're not getting called back in for a long time, right? But for the attacking players, you say, okay, let's get some rhythm going. I'm gonna get Christian Pulisic going. I'm giving the captain's armband. And my man impressed. He took that opportunity. Said, "Hey, I'm here. I might not be in the best of form at Chelsea, but guys, I got this. I still got it, right?" And then McKennie, again, a player who's got to be in the team. And then Reyna, obviously we talked about that. Not that convincing, but it was more of the I'm on the pitch, guys. I'm moving past everything. Give me some time.
So he's out of your starting lineup,
right? Well, I mean, I could see Reyna playing the next game too, and then Zendejas getting
or I think Zendejas is in and Aronson's out, and maybe they flip flop halves. Reyna gets the first, Aronson gets the second.